Hi guys, welcome to my channel Vinyl Beauty, or welcome back. I'm Debbie if you don't know me. So today's video is going to be another look with the Melt Electrip palette. I really enjoyed this palette the first time I used it. I've only used the shimmers mainly though, only used the matte as kind of accents, but really played in the shimmers, and I did a festival inspired look that time. But I really want to do something sunny and kind of sunset vibes with the oranges and reds in the palette. All of these sunny tones are just speaking to me. It's been horrible weather in the UK this weekend. It's been the King's coronation. Today is Sunday the 7th as I'm filming this. Yesterday it just literally poured with rain all day long. It was horrible. So hoping for some sunshine today. Going to be doing a barbecue and really want a look that's kind of just sunny vibes for that. And I also want to try out the Electrip Lip Paint in the orange shade. So this is the shade Sunburst, and I bought all three of these lip paints, but just using them one at a time in videos, and I really want to try this out today as well. So if that all sounds good to you, then why don't we hop straight into the video. Okay, as I said in the intro, I really want to play in this orange area of the palette. Now, having kind of felt what the shimmers feel like, most of them are brilliant, but this one called Saturn here is just not the greatest. So I'm going to try it as a face highlight though, and use a scratchy brush and see if I can get that to work, as I say, as a face highlight. Probably won't use it in the eye look. So it's picking up pretty well on this Morphe Jacqueline Hill highlight brush. Oh, actually that is really nice as a face highlight. That might be the way to use that. Or maybe use a scratchy brush or a natural bristle hairbrush to apply it, but that's actually quite blinging as a face highlight, so I will get some use out of that after all. Well, that's really pretty. Okay, I want to do a bit of a sunset kind of vibe. I think the colours suggest that, and so I'm going to use my NYX Jumbo Pencil in Milk as a base, because as I say, I've heard the mattes from this palette are not the most pigmented off the bat, which is fine. I know that now, so I can go in and use a technique that I know will improve that. And that's the great thing about not really being a review channel, is that I watch lots of reviews myself and then figure out what might be the best way to use the palette. So if you've already bought it, or you've got other shadows that perhaps are not the most pigmented off the bat but are buildable, then this might be thing to do for you as well. I know people tend to only use a white base if they're doing pastel looks, but honestly I just think, why wouldn't you want to get the most pigmentation out of a shadow? So I tend to use a white base a lot, and I tend to try and see the positives in a formula and how I can work with it rather than writing it off as well. And I think we're going to get a nice look out of these shades today. So my plan is going to be a pretty simple one. I'm going to go in with Strawberry Fields all over my lid and kind of up into my crease. And then I'm going to use Head Trip, this orange shimmer, on the centre of my lids. I'm going to blend out with Bang. That's probably going to be it. And then some blue on the lower lash line. I would say the pigment is not as impactful straight off the bat. It's not as powdery as I'm used to with Melt either. But that's good in some ways because you get a lot less fallout. And it is a true red, I like that about it. So I'm using the Singe Beauty E04 for this, the packing brush. And as I say, packing right up into my crease because I'm wanting a rounded kind of shape for this. And I really want maximum pigmentation, but I don't think the pigment's too bad building it up over this white base, as I say. It's just taking a little bit of work to build, but that's absolutely fine. So what have you guys been doing this weekend? I don't know if it's bank holiday everywhere like it is in the UK, so be interested to know if it is for like the States or whatever. I know you have different holidays to us, but this is an extra one anyway for the King's coronation, so possibly not. I've got 4 days off actually. I've got the bank holiday is tomorrow, the Monday, and then I've taken Tuesday off work, so this is why you're getting a lot more content from me. But I missed the coronation because I was filming for like 8 hours yesterday because I did 3 looks back to back, but really wanted to get the most out of filming with the Nomad Royal Europe palette because I thought it tied in really well with the whole royal theme, and I had a blast doing that, but it's just so time consuming, so I didn't get to watch any of the coronation, but I will catch up with the highlights. And it's the concert tonight, which is the bit I'm most excited about anyway, so I'll be watching that on the iPlayer tonight. I always think they do such an amazing job with the lighting and just the whole organisation of those concerts. So you guys, if you've been here before, know all about how I love music, so super excited for that. But one of the most exciting things that happened yesterday was posted on the Barbara Streisand fan site on Facebook, and I missed that altogether, but Barbara was interviewed, it was only 2 minutes on the BBC station when they were preparing for the coronation, about her friendship with Prince Charles. I knew that she was friends with him and has been for years, and I knew about the story about her offering him a sip of her cup of tea, which he takes, which is quite funny. If you haven't been here before, you probably wonder why I'm mentioning this, but I'm a massive Barbara Streisand fan, so that was great to see her being interviewed because it's been a long time since we've seen her really, and yeah, just great to see her and hear her looking and sounding so well. At 81, she's incredible. Right, that is pretty impactful, do you not agree? I think you can get good pigmentation out of this palette. Right, now we need to work on blending the edges of this because I want to have a sort of orange halo around it. So I'm just softening just the very edges. I've left the lower lash line because, as I say, I think we'll do blue on the lower lash line. So yeah, I intend to film every day of my day off. I love doing YouTube. It's just, as I say, don't always have the time to devote to it in the way that I would like to. Like a 20-minute video can often take 3 or 4 hours, so when you've got other things in life you need to be doing, you know, boring things like chores and, well, going to work, to be honest, there's not always time, but whenever I get the time I try to devote to it. Right, I'm going to keep using this same brush and I'm going to go into that Bang shade, put that around the edges of that red. I'm going to go pretty high. I'm just placing it to start with. Might use another brush with no product on just to further blend that out, but I wanted that really strong pigment to be showing through. Right, now I'm just going to take a brush with no additional product just to further blend around the edges of that orange. I think that's looking pretty. Oh, I love a red eyeshadow, particularly one that doesn't end up pink when you blend it as well. I'm not mad at this at all. I'm going to go in with Cool Mood by Melt Cosmetics in my waterline and as a base on my lower lash line. And just blend that out just to give us a base. As I say, I often do this, particularly on the lower lash line, because it's hard to get a shadow to really stick because you don't put your primer there. Now I'm going to use the shade Pseudo on my lower lash line to set that pencil. I'm just going to use kind of a fluffy pencil brush. I want to join that colour up in the outer corner with that red, but obviously not blend it too much, although we'll only end up with a purpley shade if we do that, so it won't look too bad. And just another clean brush just to blend that out. So going super dramatic today. A soft wash of colour, so I do want to carry on blending until it's kind of blended with my skin, although you can't really blend a blue completely with your skin, but you know what I'm saying. So now going into NYX glitter primer, and I just want to put that just in the centre really, and a little bit up into the crease so that we've got maximum eye space. So we're almost creating a halo eye here really, but not. And then I'm going to go into Head Trip, this beautiful shade here. I'm going to pack that then over the top of that glitter primer. Oh, that's such a rich rich, beautiful shimmer. The shimmers are next level in this palette. I really love the shimmers in this palette. I want kind of an oval shape, like the sun setting. As I say, I'm going a little bit into the crease so that it makes my eyes look slightly bigger than they are. I'm going to go back into that satin shade, see if I can use that as an inner corner highlight. It's not the most impactful, but it's there. It's a little glint. It will build actually. The more I build it up, the better. Now I thought it might be fun to add some graphic liner to this look, and I want to use these two shades, this yellow and this orange. And I think I'll start with the orange nearer the front here and then fade out into the yellow and just do a bit of a graphic line. Okay, so we're just going from the inside edge here. And then I will just tail it off with the yellow. Need to just work on just finessing that a little. Okay guys, so this is the look so far. Pretty impactful, you might agree. And I'm just going to hop off camera for mascara and a lip, and I'll be back with you to show you the finished look. Okay guys, this is the finished look, and it turned out way more dramatic, way more colourful, way more crazy than I anticipated when I started the video, I have to admit. But I'm here for it. I think it looks so cool. I love these graphic liners and what they bring to a look, just the neon and the bright, and I wanted to do a sunshiny look, and I think I've definitely achieved that. And this palette, guys, it's just so much fun. Like, I know a lot of people have looked at it and they've said they're not inspired by it, they're not enjoying it. I can normally find the enjoyment in every palette, but this one definitely has got me inspired. I've really enjoyed the two looks I've created with it. I can't wait to play with it again and do something else. I've got so many ideas of looks I could do with it. So for me, it's been a brilliant buy, and I'm having a blast creating looks for you guys with it. So I hope you're enjoying them as well. I know they're a little bit out there. They're not your everyday makeup, but I just want to bring a bit of fun. I just want to show you that makeup doesn't have to be so serious. Like, people do take it so seriously. It washes off. Let's just have some fun with it. And the lipstick's a lot of fun too, isn't it? I mean, you can't get much more bright and shiny and sunny and happy than this metallic orange lipstick in the shade Sunburst. And these are great. They've got a nice formula because they're easy to apply. They've got a very nice doe foot that's like precise. They're comfortable, but that glitter will wear off and then you're just left with a stain. They wear really well. Like, you don't end up with like a big patch in the middle where the glitter's gone as such, because you can always see the stain underneath. So yeah, they're a lot more wearable than you might think. Like, if you didn't like the glitter, you could just wipe that off. You'd still have the stain. They're quite difficult to get off though. When I wore the blue one, I still had a blue trace on my lips the next day. Orange is a bit more of a forgiving colour than blue though. But yeah, these are super fun as well. So I'm really enjoying this collection from Melt, but I do love Melt. I'm a Melt stan. I love everything they do, and I can always see looks in their palettes and always be inspired by them. So I hope you've enjoyed seeing this video, and it's brought a little bit of sunshine to your rainy day if you're in the UK. And I hope if you're new to my channel, you might consider subscribing before you go. But other than that, guys, hope you're having a lovely day or night wherever you are. Hopefully catch you in tomorrow's video. Bye guys.